And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And just to let you guys know how we are doing at this exact moment, Morwen has the Cloak of the Plains. I just went all for it. She's still, now we're working on Paralyzing Wounds. Hadhod here has got Flames of Ruin, so all that's left for him is Dragon Calling, and lots of axe skills. So between him and Morwen, they've got their work cut out for them. Barathor is working on Captain's Inspire as he picked up Last Gasp. Because while we were building up Morwen, we may as well build up another character. And Captain's Inspire will be pretty awesome. He's still working on Targeted Strike, then eventually get Stunning Strike, and then Gondor Rampage at some point. Not much has changed with Idriel. Not really been using her during that period. And, yeah, he's not working on Grace of Athelas, but since he's so close to ending where he needs to be right now, I'm not worried about his progress because he's almost done with all of his skills. So, same with Idriel for that matter, she's got Elven Rage, Destined Strikes at 90 plus 75, so 165 skill points before she masters all of that. And then she's doing Valorious Haste. We started it, but I'm having her work on Gift of Greyhaven because that's way better. And then Water Stallion. So she's got 195 over over 200 there. But again, she uses her magic frequently, so that's not a problem. So yeah, we're getting there. As you can see. Not quite there yet. But we're done grinding for right now. As really the one thing Morwen needs more than anything else in the current game is gear. And she's not going to get it hanging around here. So we're going to move on. Run, run, warrior maiden, run!
Your force is needed. Ride to Helm's Deep.
Ride! Alright, and she gets some delicious XP from that. Oh, and speaking of her skills, really quick, let me explain some of it. Because not everybody gets her stealing skills this high. I haven't used Cloak of the Plains yet, so I'm not too worried about that. Sea skill does seem to grab us SP, and I'm thinking it gives it to both Thiefcraft and to her Axecraft, because I don't know where she learned an Axecraft skill while using Sea skill. So she sees its skill, so she must have learned it that way. Capture Strength and Capture Dexterity hasn't seemed to be that useful, other than it's just a way to weaken the enemy and slow the enemy down and beef her up. Steal Action is very useful. She'll never run out of AP, pretty much. Steal Health is pretty much her self-healing ability that she has to steal from an enemy. Now, Steal Experience is the controversial one in this grouping. It's actually good and terrible at the same time. On really small enemy mobs, it tends to only steal about 500 XP to 700 XP a use, which when your characters need 60k to level, that's not very much. However, we ran into a strong enemy type as a random encounter, which I was surprised about. It caught me off guard. I won't ruin it because I'll tell you later when that comes up. We were stealing from that and stealing roughly 5,000 XP per steal, and we were just able to keep stealing it over and over and over and over and over again. So if you can make that battle last forever, Morrowind could be like, if you ever wanted to get someone to level 99 in this game, she probably could do it. So it works and it doesn't. It's very situational. As far as these two go, I tested these out. Poison and Wounds and Twin Wounds are different types of status effects. This does Poison, this does Wound. I haven't tried stacking them on one enemy yet. I haven't had one powerful enough to warrant doing it. But if we run into an enemy, we'll see if they're stackable. If they're not stackable, then to be fair, you only need one of these two skills. And I would go with Twin Wounds to pick up Paralyzing Wounds, then get Stunning Cleave, and then get Wrath of the Penmark. And that would be the way I would do it. So there you go. That's a little bit of, hopefully a little bit of insight into her skills. Because you kind of need it. You kind of need that insight. So yeah. Oh, got hung up there. Hung up there too. Come on, you. Ithilien wool captain's cloak. Let's take a look at that. 1 strength for con. He loses all the resilience of the elements. And to be fair, I'm gonna be upfront with you guys. Not really seen, other than fire and shadow. I don't think we've seen air or water, and I don't think and if we've seen earth, it's only been once or twice. So his armor class is far more, his armor rating is far more important, in my opinion. Let's move. Big open space. Probably not good, but I don't believe we can swap characters out, which kind of blows. It is what it is. Because I think there's a fight in here where we're surrounded, and I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. That's alright, though. Hadhod can prevent damage. We don't want to get stunned either, so let's use Stand Fast. If we die in this fight, we'll just come back here and make sure we fight something beforehand and get Morwen out. Let's use Mountain Shield. Solve ourselves that little hubbub of a problem. Oh, he hit me. He hit me too. The question is really what are the biggest threats? And I would say the wargs are probably the bigger threats, so we're going to go for them. Okay, look at that, they already got through the mountain shield. Actually, these are hardened greater wargs, so they're probably not as bad. They're not the stronger variant. Really gets down to it, we use perfect attack or whatever. Nice counter. See, if Morwen had better armor, this would be a really good fight for her to have her in, because she counters all the time. Might have him use mountain, not mountain range, but he's hurting pretty bad. When is Barathor doesn't even seem to be getting a turn soon here, so let's go with Stone Shield on himself. That'll protect him for at least another 1500x damage or so. Morwen can heal herself off of her enemies, so it's not the end of the world for her. Not a lot, but we'll slow down her death here. Well, that didn't actually. That kind of countered the work we had just done. Okay. We're going to our items here. Heal herself, and she's not getting attacked next either. We can get it down to her only taking damage from one of these dudes. That would be nice. Perfect. Nice. We're slowly solving the problem here. Because I'd rather her have health at the end of this fight. And things like that happen. Alright, one more left. Sweet. And there's some level ups going around. Or just for Morrowind, really. Yeah, Barathor, 3rd Age, Jagged Scimitar of Dunlund. What are we talking here? 49 plus 5. It's a much better weapon. Even though it looks kind of goofy. Really quick. I didn't need to do that to her. Now we're going along this here. I should get them through any future fights. Now, came from this way. We have 2 different ways we can go. 3 different ways we can go, actually. Hence why there was probably a really strong fight there. 2nd Age, Elven Steel Greaves. Idriel Gear. +2 speed, everything else is good. +1 speed, better armor. So, good reason to do that. Head over this way. Take this longer path. Traipse along this cliffside into here. Leaves of Limbus. Elf medicine. Cracked Elfstone of slashing defense. King's foil. All consumable items up here. Not one piece of gear. But we did get some gear from the other areas, so can't complain too much. I mean, you can, but it's not going to get you anything. Alright. So we've gone that way, and that way. And head back down. I believe this cave explored in a nutshell. we go and do the other side? I think we did. There's a way to find out, strangely enough. Because when we come out here, we'll see the cliffside with the chest.
Join with Eomer at Helm's Deep. War comes.
Yarp. Did we get our XP for that? Yeah, it looks like we opened both chests. Alright, so we can leave here. We've explored all that there is to explore. Alright. Now we're up here, but we're not done yet. We're not going to go up to the bridge yet. We're going to grab that. We're going to save, because saving's your friend. There's an actual one other fight that we passed. You'll see what I mean in a moment. And that fight, I believe, gives us a piece of gear. It's one of the easiest pieces of Erwin's to miss. So that's why it's worth making the effort to go get it. So, this is not it, by the way. Let's open with some company valor. Just murders one of these dudes outright. Now you might be saying, how come we keep getting all these criticals? And you might also be, and this might be a question, is why don't I use my perfect meter very often? And actually those two things are in tandem with each other. When your perfect meter is full, it raises the chance of you actually getting straight up a frickin' critical on certain characters at certain levels. Once they achieve certain levels. So, and I can show you this in the game. It's one of the leveling passive abilities that are kind of neat. And then we want twin wounds. I'm curious to see if this stacks, though. It might end up killing this enemy. Doesn't look. I don't know if there's a visual aid that would show us, but he took damage from twin wound. Oh yeah, it stacks. So there you go. You can stack two different attacks. So I guess it makes those two attacks useful if you power them up quickly. Because now he's taking double wound damage, like wound and poison damage. So I can see a value in that. Nice. We'll hit up that save point just to get some healing back. Because I like healing. And for those of you wondering, if there was an episode or two that was really dark, I apologize. My switch box is kind of dying. So my component switch box seems to be having technical difficulties. I've noticed it like crap out every once in a while even as well while working on this Let's Play, so I had to like stop playing, reload my last save, and then, you know, fiddle with the box and see what, you know, if I put pressure on it, it tends to start working again. And then sometimes when I put pressure on it, it makes it worse. So it's clearly when the construction was done and this was packed away, that got damaged from it being moved, and that's, you know, something that happens. Not much that can be done about it other than that you address that it's happened and you move on, you know. But going forward, now that I know that that can be a problem, I ordered a new one. It's on its way. Hopefully the new one will fix that in any future. We'll fix that problem. I would assume a brand new one would. Luckily, they're not too expensive, but they are getting harder to find because the technology is just obsolete, right? So they're getting harder to find. So I have mild concerns about acquisizing the technology, but I'm not worried about it yet. I just know it's going to be an issue down the road if it happens again. I'm really hoping it doesn't. Because now they do make really nice, fancy switchers, but they're like $300, and I don't have $300 to burn on a fancy powered switcher. For that kind of stuff. So, not to be that guy that's like that, but it's like I don't have that money. You know what it would be is, and here's the thing: this type of switcher that I'm using, it works fine when it's not crapping out. You know, it used to work flawlessly prior to just in recent history. So, for me personally, it's just something that I've just started noticing as a problem. So hopefully it's not like a major like long-term issue. And that it kind of solves itself rather quickly. But yeah. I hope this new one just kind of solves the problem I was having prior. Okay, this is not good. We're pretty beat up. We're probably kind of far away from a save point here. It's combat only, duh. Still takes a lot of these to do anything. That's why the whole restores greater health, restores greater AP. It's kind of a nice notion, but it doesn't seem to do as much as you'd like. Now, here's the funny thing: is we fought that scripted battle with the 3 wildmen. There's a scripted battle right by this tower that, when we switched areas, we actually passed over it. It's weird. It's very easy, like I said, to miss that location. It's very easy to miss that spot. So it's something to keep in mind. We're gonna bring in Idriel here just because I know what's coming up, and it was I made a mental note to make a point of this because it is very easy to miss gear because of that little weirdness, so to speak. And just mountain range. Boom. And you'll notice Hadhot isn't as slow as he used to be, but it also depends on what enemies he's fighting, too. There's his turn again, and he can just mountain range again and end this fight. If he frickin' hit the dude. Which he clearly didn't. There we go. I will show you guys what I was talking about when we hit up the next save point. I'm not going to do it right now because we're too in the middle of constant combat here. I'd rather get this knocked out here. There should be a battle there. It's weird. If it's not going to fucking kick in, then we're just going to move on because I'm not going to waste our time. But I thought there was a scripted battle here. Let me see. Maybe we glitched it out. There's supposed to be a scripted battle where there's a goblin on that tower, I thought. I mean, I'm not gonna get all up and butthurt over it. If we miss that piece of gear, we miss that piece of gear, but that kind of sucks. Because it's a piece of gear. or I believe it's for Morrowind or Elagos too. That's why I'm kind of like, the hell? Check one more time. Nothing here. It's so strange. Walk back to the town. Well, yeah, I know this is wasting a little bit of time here, but I really am curious if we missed out on a piece of gear. Which means we'll power through these fights because we're running right up to a save point, so all attacks are just best attacks we can do. That's so weird. Like one of the few locations that I keep in mind so we don't miss anything. And it doesn't work. Loudwater Fury. What we could do too, to ensure that that's all that's wrong, is we could save at the save point down the way, and then reload the save, and see if that corrects it. Because that's a glitch. Or an oversight. Programming oversight. One of the two. Like I said, if we miss out on it, we miss out on it. And clearly there's something wrong with the game's internal programming. Like it's a missable item, technically. Which, you guys know how I feel about those. I hate those. So we're going to run into roughly 2 random encounters out here. Oh, no, just one. It's a long run distance. That's really why. Oh, you know what? I see what's going on here. I think I see what's going on. Hold on. Let's save. I think it's that there's an instance waiting for us. And then when we come back, we have to come back this way again. And it should be back to its default. Okay. Because normally I usually go to the left side first, but for some reason I wanted to go to the other side to do the ward cave for you guys. And then I think what it did was it caused this instance to happen, which is up over this ridge. Or these hills, or whatever you want to call them. Because we're collecting these dudes, these Rohirrim. And this could reset whatever caused that error to occur. So like I said, there's a scripted battle that usually happens at that tower.
Eomer's force rides east. Make for Helm's Deep.
Alright, let's see what's this. Zimir is that guy riding kind of half-cocked off the horse there.
Thanks to you, we warned all the riders we could. Our force must now gather for war. A great battle comes, and we shall sweep the Uruks from our land. Regroup your force, then drive on towards the Snowborn Bridge. Good luck!
Okie dokie. No, we're not going to view it. Let's keep moving. My tummy's making noises. Some of you probably could hear that. See, now that's interesting. Combat is showing up in the town where it did not before. That's interesting. In a weird way, but it is interesting. Regardless, if we miss the gear, we miss the gear, because there's not much I can do about it. It's an interesting oversight. So, if you're trying to follow along or something, and you're not in the exact spot of this area that I'm in, I would say go this way first so you don't miss out on any cool gear. We're going to find out. Maybe it'll actually kick in this time. Maybe. Here we go. Let's do Stellian Wrath. And completely miss it, bro. Well, let's make life harder for ourselves. He could probably, if he hits, he'll get a whole gib. There we go. Dang it. I don't like having characters low on health before the next big fight. Oh my god, we're missing left and right. Where is this coming from? Probably from not using my skills very well. Let's get rid of the big guy regardless if we can. There we go. Will he hit this time? There we go. 33% of the time, it works all the time. Really quick. We have stats, we may as well dispense them. That should be fine. How's everybody else doing? We'll leave everybody else's where they are for the moment. Let's see. No, we're not getting the event battle. Well, that means that piece of gear is lost. Unless my memory is wrong, but I could have sworn there was a fight there. I think there's a way we can tell too. If we go to quests. No, not really. Not right now. There's no way we can tell at this moment. Save our game. I think our color, the color of the game is. I think the thing's dimming again. Like I said, it's becoming a problem. So. Yeah. The box is acting up again. See, I can press on it, and it does. It brain farts on me. Let's see if it fixes it. No, I don't think it liked that at all. Yeah, my little Switch box is dying. Yay. And yep, it's even worse than it was before I messed with it. So this is a problem I've been having recently. Hence also some of the shorter episodes that I've been trying to kind of make it not as obvious that there's a problem, but I've not been good at it. Like I said, it's just my little box is dying. I ordered a new one. It should be here in 2 days or so. So that means I won't be able to do any recording till then, which is fine. Yep. The whole thing just literally crapped out. Let me see if I can. do that. No, switching. No, the switching fixed it, and then it acted up. Let me see here. I can tell by the dialogue and the words. Yeah, it still looks like it's on the dark side here. This thing. Technology, right? You'd think when you get it once it would work all the time. But yeah, you can tell, I think, because the words look... The blue words look white. Yeah, and see if it's already dimming again. There we go. See? Look at that. I don't know why it does it, guys. I don't know why it does it. And then it looks like it just dimmed again. Yeah. Yeah, it's an issue. I'm working on it. But now that you guys are aware, I don't feel as bad. What do we got? We're at 35 minutes in the episode. If there's glitches during this section, I apologize again. I just want to get through the gauntlet that is coming. So let's get to it here. Let's do... I don't need to go as big on these guys. Should probably bring Morrowind back in. Oh. My rage. This is the thing, though, is new enemies are going to start adding themselves into the fight here. I'm reluctant to take Barathor out, because we need Company Valor to start kicking in. What we probably need to start investing our points into, again, is accuracy. If the enemies are having this easy of a time dodging us all the time, it's clear that our accuracy is down. It's not where it needs to be. Which is an easy fix. We just got to do it. So really quick, let's do Royal Grace for the healing over time. Because why not? We'll use Battle Haste. I don't like when that counter kicks in every once in a while. Like I said, as we get further in the game, that counter's important, but right now, it's taking away from characters learning skills, but it's these as you can see, these fights are clearly getting harder for us. And as they're getting harder for us, we're kind of at the mercy of these enemies, and we need to make sure that we are surviving these fights. Now that we're getting pretty much towards the Helm's Deep, we're pretty much in the Helm's Deep third of this story here. By the time we get to Helm's Deep, hopefully we'll start not needing to worry about weapon skills as much. and then the counterattacking we can do, because at that point you want the counterattacks. Mountain Rage, God, that thing is so beastly. Alright, let's just try to finish this. And boom goes the dynamite. And nobody levels. And Idriel gets second age Elven Steel Chestplate. Which is powerful as hell. Compared to probably her previous chestplate. At 71, yeah. They're giving her a lot of good gear. Pretty much because she's the one that keeps your party 90% alive, so... I have a very strong feeling that's why they give her all the armor early on. Not that you've noticed we've not had to worry about that as much, but it is an observation because she's so jacked with her magic is what keeps the party alive. Yet if she keeps taking massive amounts of damage, she dies very quickly and becomes very useless very fast. So there's that. With that said, really quick, Hadhon, I don't want to counterattack. We want something that reduces spirit power of an enemy. Ooh. Defensive spirit. Berserk lowers his defense and increases his speed. Smite, which always causes a critical. And then Rage of Durin. I would say the better one here is Spirit Cleave. So we'll start working on Spirit Cleave. And like I said, I wanted to tell you about this. So like these passive abilities, it's really good to listen to them. Increases Hadhod's HP, armor value. While in perfect mode, Hadhod's attacks will always give critical hits. Yeah, that's a thing. And if we, and you get these every time you level up. You get 1 point every time you level up. So being level 43, what are we at? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43. Because level 1 doesn't, or already is included, doesn't count towards this. So you can see how these are really, really good. So the more we invest in leveling characters, it's not just getting the stat bonuses. It's not just about that. It's also about getting those passive skills. Every character gets different types of passive skills. Some of them are redundant. Some of them are actually really good. And it just depends on the character. If we look at Morwyn's, for example, we look at if we look here, we have grants Morwyn the chance to automatically dodge an enemy attack, increases the rate at which Morwyn gains momentum from her actions, increases Morwyn's dex, lowers Morwyn's AP cost for crafting items, so you could give her the crafting stones, and she would be really good at it. Gives Morwyn a chance to automatically counterattack, so she gets counterattack naturally. Increases Morwyn's strength, improving her melee damage. Blessing of Armor. Blessing of Armor. I was going to say Arnor, but Armor. Slightly increases her armor value. And then she's working on Overwhelming Blows. When in perfect mode, Morwyn's attacks will always give critical hits, just like Hadhod, right? Reduce the amount of time Morwyn requires to craft potions. Allows Morwyn to immediately take 2 additional actions per turn. So you can see every character here has really good stuff in here, and some of it's kind of it's okay, but then some of it's kind of like neat. You know, so. But yeah, it's one of those things that's easily overlooked if you're not paying close attention. That's why leveling is important. And though the benefit to grinding is mild, you can see there's some big benefits there.
Way. They did not strike for Edoras. They must risk more dangerous White Mountain paths.
How can we find them in the midst of this?
I suggest you locate one of their maps.
Say.
Since you now prize the cause of these people over the elves. Because of one pretty face.
I'm gonna agree with Hadhot and Eligos here. It's like you just met her, and her people are currently being slaughtered right now. How does that warrant the protection over the elves? There's no elves around here right now. What is she getting at? Oh, that was a weird scene, and they're trying to build up the scene from the movie with Aragorn and his torn love between an elf and woman, and it's an elf and a human woman. So again, interesting, but actively pointless. Yeah, he survived that, which is not good. But, yeah, we want to take him out pretty quickly because, yeah, that dude's a dick. Luckily, we only needed the one. The one strike. Alright, let's see here. Let's, leadership. I don't think they can stun us, but we can at least try to make sure we hit the enemy. And you can see I'm a little reluctant to take Morwen and Hadhot out, and we kind of need Barethor, so... Because I want them to learn their axe skills, so to speak. Specifically Morwen more than even Hadhot, too, doesn't really need it as much. We're going to go after the dudes in the middle first. You can just gib pretty much instantly. And now they're bringing in these dudes. Nice dodge. Not nice dodge. Okay, we gotta bring in Idril. And then on Barethor's turn, we gotta bring back Hadhot pretty much. The only thing is now that I'm mad that we don't have that piece of armor. I could have sworn there was a piece of armor there, guys. I swear I'm not losing my mind. I could have sworn. But it's whatever. Like I said, we're just gonna have to deal with it. It clearly can't fix what's already been done. Maybe, and again, maybe there's some weird chance that my memory's wrong. You know what? I don't care so much about the shield orc as much as I care about the dual-wielding sword orc. So we're actually going to beat up on him. He does more damage. He has the ability to stun. So, yeah. And she's going to auto-kill that guy soon anyway. There we go. Yoink. Ooh, got a crit. You know what we'll do? Let's try your skill, well, Cloak of the... Okay, that takes too much AP to do. Must be somewhat decent if that's the case. Nice. Double crit. 5 more levels, every attack she does is gonna crit too. Solve the problem there. Okay. Worried about Elaghost a bit, but he's getting a new bow. Varathor is getting a battle helmet. Cool. Let's check out his new bow at 52. So, 2 dex, 3 speed, minus 1 spirit versus 1 dex, 2 speed. That's 34 plus 3, 52 plus 4. So his attack is now a lot better. Varathor here. 37 armor. Yeah, it's better. But you'll notice it's a lot darker. One king's foil. We need to start using Elaghost at some point, which means we might take out Morwen, just to offset the fact that he's not getting a lot of battle time, which was a concern that I had initially. But, you know, it is what it is. And we need to put him in anyway, because we've got some ranged jackals to worry about. These dudes I think can stun. No, it's the ones with the shields, isn't it? So let's go right into, you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry. Let's use Stand Fast. I hate to take her out because she's still pretty glass cannony, but let's bring in Hadhod really quick just to worry about those front line enemies. Because, like, again, when he hits pretty hard. Oh, he missed with the second. Well, he didn't get the benefit of before. Oh, and look at this. Yeah, we're going to need to use... Good thing we use Stand Fast. Because, yeah, they're bringing friends. Now, one thing we could do with Hadhod is use his second tier fire skill, which I think causes damage over time to all enemies. And since there's a lot of enemies out here who are going to be putting damage over time over on us, it wouldn't hurt. What we even can do, let's bring in Elaghost now, because of his ability to pretty much do Flash Arrow. There we go. Did a lot of damage too, 1,000 to a little, almost 1,500 to everything. Underestimating it. Let's use... You know what? Let's use Royal Grace. We'll follow with Fellowship Grace, and then we'll be pretty good. We'll make sure all the other skills are in line. I would just say let's just go for... taking out the goblins. Or the orcs that are up there. Nice. So big bads are pretty much down. AoE everything for 200. How are we doing on AP? We're doing okay. We can do it. Let's do it. By the fires of our forefathers, I'll give you the dwarven harpies of doom. Yeah, see, Flames of Ruin's doing 1,300 damage a round. So yeah, if you're really in a tough fight, you know, there's your answer right there. And the game dimmed on us, didn't it? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to wait to record, guys, till I get a new box. And hopefully that solves this problem. Because, yeah, that's frustrating. And Barathor gets a whole bunch of gear. Nothing for Morrowind, huh? Pierce and blunt resistance. He needed an up. He's been needing upgrades for a while. It's interesting to find out that we're getting it. Resistance to slash and pierce versus magical elements. So we'll take it. Third Age Morenon Obsidian Longsword. Drew keeps getting cool stuff, you know? Over the character I want to have it. 34 times 34 plus 3 damage per level. 31 plus 3, 4 strength, 1 spirit, 1 strength, 1 dex. We get 4 attack. Lose 1 spirit. And 4 strength. Well, we lose 3 strength. That's a little bit more damage, I guess. It's another 12 damage when you think about it, plus the extra bit there. I'm going to go back and we're going to heal up and save again. Because, like I said, you can already see the dimming of the box. The box is just bad. I've ordered a new box. It's on its way. Hopefully it'll solve this problem. If not, I'll freaking send it back. But hopefully it'll solve this problem. So, with that said, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ActorStudios for more live gaming action. And when we come back, I swear I'll have this problem fixed. And that way we won't have to worry too much about it going forward. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.